Hey folks, this is a quick example of how to use Net's AI Agents SDK and integrate with various SaaS applications into your AI agent and let your users integrate with them and use them in your AI agents. In this example, we'll be using the Net's LangGraph SDK. However, you can use any of our other SDKs as well, such as the LangChain SDK, the OpenAI one, or use our MCP servers. Let's dive right in. So let's say this is an example of how my SaaS dashboard looks like. I have a chatbot here and I do some things in this SaaS dashboard. So for example, if I have to offer integrations to my user, first I'll use the Nets UI component so that my users can integrate with any of the app that Nets offers. Let's say I have an integrations tab here. I'll have a button that says Open Net. Once I click on this, it'll open up the Nets UI component in which my user will be able to see all of the apps and the catalog that Net has to offer across various categories. For example, HRIS, communication, calendar, meeting, ticketing, CRM, etc. In this example, we'll be using and integrating with the ticketing app. So let's start. I'll start by selecting the ticketing category and selecting the app that I want to integrate with, in this case, Intercom. I'll click on Intercom and first it'll ask me to enter my data region. I'll select the data region that I have, which is the US one, and click on Submit. Next, it'll ask me to enter my access token. Your user will also find helpful tips and check marks as to where to find these credentials for any app so that your user can easily generate these credentials and integrate with any app. Here, it's asking me to get my access token. However, I've already created one, so I'll just copy this here and paste it. Once I click on submit, I can see that the authorization is now successful and this app is now ready to be used in my chatbot. So let's start. First, I'll start by asking it to list all the tickets that I have available. You can see to in order in order for the AI agent to list all the tickets that I have, it's calling a tool which is the list tickets tool, and it's listed two tickets that I have. One is about the create API that is not working, ticket ID 2, and the second one is about the sign in button on the dashboard that is not working. So let's ask it to expand the second ticket. Yep. You can see in order to expand this ticket, it has called a tool it has selected a tool which is get ticket, and it's gotten me more details like the ticket ID, the name, when it was created, when was it updated, what is the status of it, and what is the description. Here, the user is reporting that it's not able to sign in as the button is not working. But let's dive more into it and see what the user has to say. Yeah. You can see in order for it to get the comments, it's calling a tool which is get comments. And this ticket only has one comment where the author has said that the sign in button is loading forever and it is not working. Let's actually add a comment to this ticket and say that the team is looking into it and we'll have an expected resolution soon. In yeah, in order for me to do this, first I list all the users in my ticketing system. Yeah. I can see that I have two users in my system, which is Akshat and Kunal. So I'll add a comment to this ticket and say, I'll add this comment via Kunal and say that the team is looking into it. I'll also add that this comment should be authored by Kunal. So you can see first it got the user ID of the user, and then it has called the tool to add the comment to a ticket, and it has added a comment to the ticket and it's gotten me the ID that has been added. So let's check in my Intercom app whether the comment has been added successfully or not. Yeah. So you can see in for this particular ticket, the comment has been added successfully by Kunal saying that the team is looking into it with the button that is not working. Using Nits, using Nits SDK, you can use not just our unified APIs, but also all the APIs that the app has to offer. Again, you can use any of our SDKs here, which is the LangGraph one, LangChain, OpenAI, or MCP. So this was a quick tutorial on how to use this SDK. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see what you develop with this.